I'm meteorologist Hermac City, and it's weatherman. It's time for this Monday, and Hurricane Michael is the big story coming up here. It's going to be a major hurricane, it looks like now, and some interesting aspects about Michael in terms of rainfall, wind damage. Now, remember one thing about this hurricane. This is a developing and moving quickly storm. This is not a already developed and slowing down storm like Florence was. This is a storm that's going to pick up speed and move rather quickly once it gets into the northern part of the Gulf of Mexico, and then it'll move right through many areas. So the rain's going to come quick, the wind damage and storm surge is going to come quick, and folks in the Florida Panhandle better be moving. You don't have much time. You've got maybe a day to get the heck out of there. All right. So this is the Key West radar this morning, and the eye is uh, Cuba is down in this area here, and the eye is down somewhere down in here, or the eye is just starting to come out as of this morning. You can already see some banding is already up into parts of the Keys, and some scattered thunderstorms up into South Florida. And thunderstorms will continue across Florida. It looks like most of western Florida will get some heavy rains and banding and maybe some tornado activity as well as Michael comes on up. All right, here's the satellite picture. Look at it really developing down here. I mean, really a lot of convection going on. And part of this was Kurt that came across and then kind of got involved, and we kind of watched it last week. And some people may say, well, this was more Kurt up here, so you could kind of go if this, if that, But anyway, it's coming up. And notice the clouds are moving pretty much straight north. All right. So if you kind of follow that, the eye is going to be someplace off the tip of Florida, off the tip of Cuba. So it looks like landfalls could be right here, just west of Apalachicola, toward Mexico Beach, Florida. And this area, the storm surge is going to be devastating, especially where Apalachicola is in this area right in there because of the shape of the coastline. So it's just going to bring one heck of a storm surge. And there's probably going to be uh, storm surges into Tampa Bay and places like that because as the storm intensifies, it goes by, it's going to be pushing the wave action over toward that area. So it's kind of like just kind of pushing things over. So you might have like a lot of wave action, a lot of storm surge coming into Tampa Bay area and up and down the west coast of Florida. But certainly this area right here is going to see a really bad storm surge as well as very strong winds. In fact, I know the European model shows like 161 mile an hour wind gusts, which is too high. We saw that in Florence, it was too high, but certainly 120 to 130 mile an hour wind gusts is going to happen in the Florida Panhandle. Let's see here. The front is out here. This front's going to hook in with Michael eventually toward the later part of the week. And Michael's path will be up like this and then on out. And European model goes out further south. GFS is further north. NAC kind of goes in the middle of all that. Okay. No, just to wrap up a few things. Here's the radar. You can see again the Cuba stuff. I mean, the Key West rainfall. A lot of rain out here in the plains. Severe weather today is going to occur again out here, and we'll be down in West Texas today, then up and down the front tomorrow, and then on Wednesday. This is ridiculous. I mean, this is like, you know, I don't get these guys. Forecast the freaking weather, will you? Put a marginal. You got a major hurricane coming in, so you can put marginal there. Come on, at least put a slight. I mean, you're gonna have tornadoes and stuff like that coming in. So they 3 days away they put a marginal, right? So then even after that, that was storm reports the other way. Then even after that, they got like they don't. It's like you know, it's like let's wait. We should wait. All right, breathe. All right. So let me try to go through here real quickly with this is the GFS model for today. Hurricane Michael down in here. Look at this flow. It's just tremendous. I mean, it is humid everywhere. I mean, it's like October and it feels like August outside, you know? And it's just, A lot of easterly flow going on, high humidity coming in. Little backdoor cold fronts are going on up here across the northeast, which we'll talk about on the Weather Concierge site. Snow back in the Rockies, severe weather out ahead of it today. And then tomorrow, Michael is out here in the Gulf. That's probably going to be a little bit over here. I think the GFS is a little too far to the west, but I understand what it's trying to do. It's trying to bring it in toward the trough, okay, which is not out of the question. Would go back toward Fort Walton Beach, would be landfall, okay, which is still going to be devastating if it does, okay. Lot of rain out here in the plain states. All this tropical moisture is just shooting eastward right into the trough out there. And then we get to Wednesday. Michael's already inland. Still a lot of wind damage all the way up into Atlanta's probably going to get wind damage out of this. Certainly all through Georgia, Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, all going to get wind damage as well as heavy rain. Some of these windows in Atlanta are probably going to be blown out on the high rises, okay, because the winds are going to be so strong when it comes through. This thing's moving so fast that the winds aren't going to unwind that quickly, okay. Let's see here. Again, a lot of showers and thunderstorms here. Humidity's up. Snow up here across parts of Duluth and Fargo. We can see some snow. Got to talk about that. And then we get to Thursday. GFS has it up here. European has it down here. The implications are that we get a lot of heavy rain going on up here across our saturated areas in the Northeast once again, which can cause some flash flood problems. So the track is going to be critical for the Carolinas, which will hit Florence, as well as the Mid-Atlantic states, which had the heavy rains from Florence as well and the flooding. So I think the European's too far south. I think it's going to try to hook in with the front and try to ride the front up, which is what they typically like to do. I want to go, I'm getting late here. Real quickly, this is the, look at these winds here, 132, 138. This is the European model. Wind gusts, rainfall. It takes the heaviest rain through the Florence areas out through there. GFS model brings it up through here. Kind of the same, but a little bit different, a little bit further north. And GFS has strong winds coming in around Fort Walton Beach. So the difference is between here or over here is the landfall. I think again, NHC is taking the midpoint right here toward Mexico Beach is where they're kind of going with the landfall, which I can't disagree on because it kind of looks that way. So that's it for today. I'm meteorologist Henry Marcus City.